Okay, we are live and recording.
All right, welcome everyone. My name is Emily Heller, and I am the chair of the board of directors of VSTE. And I'm so excited to welcome you all tonight to what is hopefully the first of many monthly VSTE in Action Demo Slam webinars. Tonight, we're featuring accessibility, and this is brought to you by our amazing education committee led by Tina Coffey and Heather Askey. And I'm going to turn it over to them now to let them kick off tonight's event. Thank you to everyone for joining us, and we can't wait to hear your feedback on how this goes.
All right, so welcome to our virtual demo slam on accessibility. I do want to talk for a second about the Education Committee. The VSTE Education Committee is a group of folks. They're members, board members, but just members of VSTE. You don't have to be a board member. You can be any kind of educator and join the Education Committee. And we put on things like this. We also put out blog posts and sometimes tech reels with information, quick information that hopefully educators can use right away. And so the idea with this demo slam is that hopefully you'll walk away with at least a few tools that you can take back and use in your classroom right away. So if you want more information, there's more information about the Education Committee on the VSTE website, and we are open for other members, so feel free to contact us if you're interested in that. And I'm going to hand it over to Heather for the rules.
All right, before we get started, I'm going to make sure, can everyone participate in the chat? I know there was a question about that in the Q&A. We'll make sure everybody's able to access the chat and participate as. Yes. Great. Awesome. All right. So that wonderful. I love when things start to work. All right. We want to get started here. We want to make sure we know the rules, and the rules are the same as our VSTE in Action Demo Slam when we had at the conference. Is the contestants only have 2 minutes to pitch. Now, 2 minutes sounds like an incredible amount of time when you're waiting for a timer to go, but when you're on stage, we know that goes fast. So you have 2 minutes to pitch. The timer will show up, or we hope it will show up. If it doesn't, you're going to get a 10-second warning, and then you're going to have your rights removed. So from sharing when your 2 minutes is up. So it's live here in the Thunderdome. So it's hardcore competition here. Each entry must have visuals, live or screenshots. You're going to share something. We hope that you'll share something awesome, and we know you will. No negative comments about any other entry. Guys, keep it positive because it's friendly competition. And again, it's a friendly competition designed to share resources and ideas. We want you to share. We are so happy for our participants who are going to share tonight. And if you haven't gotten in a chance to participate, don't worry. You may get your shot here tonight.
All right.
So are we ready?
I am going to stop sharing my screen.
Before you do that, I want to point that out there. You have a share resources. So tonight we created a link there. We'll put it in the chat about sharing resources. We just put all these resources together, and our presenters can go in at any time they want to and want to add any notes and things. And if you have things that you want to share, please do in this document here, so that way we can kind of keep those documents. Because I know some people ask me about, hey, we have a document for all these great, exciting resources, and we didn't at our December 1, but we do now. So you can add your thoughts and ideas there as well. All right, take it away, Tina. Sorry.
No, that's all right. Did we get that link shared in the chat too?
Yes.
Yep. Yes. Okay, perfect. Awesome.
All right. Are we ready?
So let me get my timer on my display.
Right.
Let's see what happens here.
I feel like I need to do something. Okay, there we go.
I don't see any participants though. Is it just me? I lost everybody when I did that. Okay, so we're going to have to do that manually, I think. So let me get up my other tool for a countdown. And like I said, I'll just give you oh, it doesn't support webinar attendees. Thanks, Tim. Okay, so I'll just give you a 10-second warning, and then we'll stop. So go ahead, Heather, and announce the first.
All right, welcome to the VSTE Demo Slam stage. Matt Newton, you're up first.
Hi, everybody. I know 2 minutes is short, so I will get started here quickly. I'm Matt Newton from the TTAC of Virginia Tech. Thanks, everybody, for jumping on tonight. I'm going to share my screen here so that you can see what I'm demonstrating today, which is going to be live text from iOS. Now, this is a feature that's been built in to the camera of more modern, I would say, 2020 and forward iPhones and iPads as well. If you check out the screen right now, as I move my camera towards this first page of Harry Potter that I picked up here, you see some yellow brackets around the text. This, again, is just the camera on the iPhone that I'm doing this with. And if you'll notice that little button in the lower right-hand corner of the picture, this will appear when the camera finds some text. And if I touch it, it will pull the text out. Now, when I have this on my touch screen, I can push and hold and highlight this. And through the magic of this, you probably won't be able to hear it, but yes, I can translate it, but I can also have it read aloud if I click speak, which
A firm called Kanunanj, watch made drills. He was a big, Besley man with hardly any knock, although he did have a very large mustache. Mrs. Dundee was thin and blonde and had near.
So fairly accurate as you go through that in doing it. And again, doing it quickly there to be able to do that, you can do that with just your iPhone's camera. With the minutes or the seconds that I have left, I'm going to pop my settings back up. It does not, live text does not do that natively. You do need to go into the accessibility settings on your iPhone and make sure that under spoken content, you have speak selection, that top button on the screen toggled on. And then you'll have the magic of allowing your students to have their text read aloud using devices that may already be in their pocket
10
or in
seconds.
the classroom. How about that?
Yay! And you made it before the timer.
Woo, close.
There we go. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Matt, for sharing. Ryan
Absolutely.
Chitney is up next. Are you ready, Ryan?
I think so. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
All right. Let me get my screen shared. Okay. Can you all see where it says orbit node on the top left?
Yes.
We're all good to go? Okay. All right. Let me know when I'm starting.
All right, go.
Okay. So this is Orbit Note, which is actually an extension that is off of something that is used for accessibility called Snap and Read. And Orbit Note has just been added in our county specifically to this, excuse me, one second, sorry, to this tech tool. And the best thing about it is that you can take different PDFs, and I'll show you right now. So if I grab something where I have a worksheet, this fills in a lot of gaps for students who need to highlight things, need to take notes. If you take a look, sorry, I'm just going to move this out of the way if I can. They can highlight, so you can choose the highlight color. They can select what it is that they want to put in there. They can actually add notes in there as well. So just adding different comments, and I can keep it. One of the great features as well is that you can actually write on it. So if you wanted to underline something, and it's kind of cool too, because it kind of gives you a basic underline. And then, I'm so sorry, my cat is scratching something right now. And then, and of course I have my my microphone on. And what's the other thing over here? You can actually create boxes to highlight and to put different things in. Sorry. And oh my goodness, where's the other one? Sorry, I'm just trying to get this out of the way. Oh, and I know I don't have a lot of time, but I want to show you this last part. Once the notes are taken, so this would be great for like if you have it on Canvas or Google Classroom, the student can actually access this. They can create their own notes
10
with whatever worksheet is in there, okay? And I can actually download it and save all the annotations that I've made, and therefore I can keep it for as long as I need and can put it into the drive and submit it to Canvas, Google Classroom, whatever it is that is out there. So it'll save it just like that, and let's see, will it show? I don't think it'll show for you. That's okay. All right, I'm done. Sorry.
Awesome job. With a cat.
With a cat.
You may have to, if you win, Ryan, you may have to share it with the cat. Just saying.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Great job, Ryan. Thanks for sharing. Erin, you're up next. Are you ready?
Yep. All right. I'm going to put a link in the chat. Hopefully you guys can all view that. And then I'll go ahead and share my screen. And if you can see the Canva that I just shared, I think we're all good. And then I'll go through some things. You all good?
All right. You're good to go. Ready?
Yep. All right, so what I just shared was the link to this Canva. Everything here is hyperlinked, but I looked through the when I was thinking about Moat, which is my tool that I want to highlight. I thought about it through the 3 pillars of UDL. So how Moat supports representation, action and expression, and engagement. I'm not going to spend any time here, but I wanted to make sure that you had access to the Moat website, templates and ideas. And if you're new to Moat, you've never heard about it, there's a 60-day unlimited trial. This is a freemium, I will say that. But I want to go ahead, even if you're familiar with Moat, there have been some updates over the last couple months that I'm pretty excited about. So here is one way that I've used Moat in the classroom. So I have a writing prompt here, and you do need the Moat extension, the Moat Google extension to do this. It's free. So I have a writing prompt here, but I'm racing around. I'm a special education teacher and everyone needs clarification, simplification of directions, repeat of directions. So rather than doing that, now they have the audio. They have the ability to already get this in audio by highlighting it without Moat. But how I use Moat is for clarification. So if I want to simplify the instructions, that's how I use Moat. But look at this. This is a new update from Moat. If you haven't seen it recently, they've always had transcription, or for a very long time have had transcription and the ability to translate transcription. But now you can translate the audio, and they have all these different languages. So not only will Moat now translate the transcription, it's also going to translate my voice. So what this prompt is asking us, what it's going to do is it's going to translate what I said in English to Spanish. So that is like an awesome update if you're not familiar.
10 seconds.
So, one other thing, Gmail, same thing. You can create a new message and you can record your message in an email. If you click edit, they have the same ability to translate the transcription and the audio. So those are 2 features.
Awesome.
Wow, thanks. That's great. I've never seen that before. Great job. All right, Katie, you're up next. Are you ready?
I think so. Oh, I hope my sound's good. All right, yeah.
Sound great.
Yes, we can hear you.
All right, guys. What I'm going to share today with you is Zip Caption. We can always live caption any presentation we're doing. So you don't have to be using Google Slides. You don't have to be using PowerPoint. If you're just in front of your class, you can go to zipcaptions.app and turn on the mic, and it will start live captioning for you. And what's even more awesome is you can really customize what this looks like. So you can change the text size. You can make it much bigger. You can make it smaller. You can determine how many lines and how tight the lines are on the screen and how many rows will show up. So you can determine how many things show up on the screen. And also if it's going to go from top to bottom of your page or bottom to top, which is a nice choice. And I really like doing the bottom to top because if you're presenting something like a Nearpod, which I love, they don't have live captions when you're presenting Nearpod. So you can take your windows and you can layer them like this. so your students can get that live captioning on your screen, and you can show whatever on the whole web that you want and still have that live captioning going. And I just want to show one more thing, and that is that you can really customize the colors. Oh, I got stuck in here, I think. Stop. Oh, okay. But you can customize background colors. And then another cool thing that you can do is you can share it. So you can create a broadcast, and students, you could give them a link and they can watch it on their own computer too. So really powerful way to have captioning all through your classes. And then that last part was like, you can really customize the appearance. So you can change the colors. You can speak in other languages. It doesn't translate, but it's nice that you can do that. And you can change the fonts as well. So you can really customize how it looks on your screen, so you can talk to your kids and see what works for them. That's it.
Yay.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing. Wonderful. All right. Nikki, are you ready? You're up next.
I am ready. All right, friends, just like Katie was sharing, I want to share. Oh, let me see. Hang on. All my things.
I'm going to wait till you, share your screen before I.
Okay.
There you
So
go.
just Katie was sharing about closed captioning. I want to share another tool that you can do this with. This is right inside Adobe Express, which is free for all K-12. So these are some suggested quick actions. If I go here to view all, I'm going to click on caption a video, which for time's sake brings me here. I'm going to upload my video. It only takes a couple of seconds, but 2 minutes goes really fast. So I just have this video. Hi friends, I'm so excited to show you this accessibility tool. Check out how easy it is to caption a video with Adobe Express Quick Actions. So I just wanted to show, hi friends, I'm so excited that I did right before we started. You can see that it's really accurate. And if there's anything that I need to edit, I have the ability to edit right here. So I can just change this to say quick action, and then I can change punctuation. Also, there's lots of ways to customize what it looks like in here. And then the final thing is that if I'm done, I can download this, or I can open it up in the Adobe editor. And when I open it into the Adobe editor, I have further ways to add accessibility. I may want to add some images or different things in there, but it's such a quick and easy tool. I wanted to show you. There's also the ability to translate that video. It will translate the caption, but it won't translate my language. I will still be speaking English, but it will translate the words into Spanish, if that makes sense. So thank you so much. I think my timer was going off 1 second before yours, but I hope everyone got something from that.
Yeah, 10 seconds to spare too.
Yay.
Yay.
Awesome job. Thank you. Thank you for that. All right. Miss Laura, you're up next. Are you ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
Here we go.
I'm sharing here. Okay, guys, can you see my screen, everybody? We're going to diff it good. I hear that song when I say this, so that's going to make me remember it. So in order to find it, you go to diff it me, and when you open it, it comes to this screen. Teacher start here. So I'm already signed in right now. I have a 30-day free trial. That's the only bad part, is they're going to start charging. And I sent them a message asking how much. They didn't get back to me. But let's just look at how cool it is so we can beg for money later. So the first thing we can do is we can just search for any information. So let's say I'm focusing on cells, which is what I've been practicing with, as you can see, and I can choose the grade level. So what's cool about this is I can make it for my ELLs, because I can change the language. I can make it for my kids that read on a 3rd grade level. I'm in a middle school, so everybody's learning my content. So let's say I just do 5th grade. It does take a little minute. Man, does that count against me? And the amount of resources that they give you is just amazing. And you can add your own vocabulary words. They're going to give you vocabulary words. So here's your reading passage. But what's really cool about this is you can press this Get Student Activities. And look at this stuff. video get. It's amazing. It goes right into your Google Classroom if you like that. And it also can go into PowerPoints because we're a Microsoft school. So that's the first thing. You can just do a blind search of whatever your content area is. Trying to go fast. I don't have my regular mouse. I'm a little slower. What else you can do is you can put an article or a video in here. It'll actually interpret that video and make questions based on the grade level. So let's say you're doing a Bill Nye, and maybe it's a little too 4th, 5th grade-ish, but kids love Bill Nye. And you can put that video clip in here and it'll come up with questions based on the grade level that you want. I'm just thinking snow day. I'm thinking these kids need something to do. This is a great thing to put in your Canvas class for your kids. The next thing you can do is you can take any text. So I have a text open here.
10 seconds.
And you can put it a text that you already have, and you can adapt that text. So you can do it from a passage that you're already giving your students, and you can change that so that it can be on your maybe your ELLs. And if you notice here, guys, look, you can change your languages. I just think it's awesome. I'm going to beg for it.
Nice job.
All right, great job. Thank you. All right, Miss Kayla, you are up next. Are you ready?
Yeah, hi, how are you guys? I am gonna start my screen share. Okay, and hide this. Hang on a second, I'm sharing too many things at one time.
Totally good.
So I'm gonna find my actual screen I want to share with you guys. And, oh, all of these tools are right on top of it. We move that, perfect. So I was going to share with you guys Read and Write for Google Chrome, and it is an extension that's an accessibility tool. I'm from Loudoun County Public Schools. We have this available for our kids, and if you click on this, I'm going to get rid of here. You have the ability to have read aloud and a lot of other functions like translation, dictionary, picture dictionary, and stuff, but in their annotation options, if you highlight, I used the tool to highlight a few things in here. I'll go ahead and highlight one other item. And then once you've highlighted your items, you can hit vocabulary list, and it will take your words that you've highlighted and create a vocabulary list for your kids. And they can do that as well too. So words that they're struggling with. And as soon as that pops up, you'll see that it comes with the word and a photo and vocab and a place for them to take notes. And it's all populated for them. And I do have a YouTube video about how to do this that was made for using vertically on cell phones. And I'll pop that link in the chat. And that's it. My timer's about to go off.
You have 45 seconds.
Oh, I have 45 seconds. Sorry, I started. Oh, I started my timer earlier. Okay. But yeah, that's about it. I can show you guys my QR code because for the video link in the video. So if you want to scan this QR code, and I can drop my little video link in there for you, and you can check out Read and Write. So I'll copy this for you. Thank you.
All right.
Awesome. Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Again, a tool that I've seen, and used myself, but didn't know that feature existed. So thanks for sharing. Great job. All right, Miss Farah, you're up next.
All right. So let me get my screen shared with you. All right. I'm ready.
All right.
So what I'm going to share with you today is a Chrome extension called Web Disability Simulator. And now that we're living in the digital world and we have students that have disabilities that are using a computer a lot of many hours each day, I like this simulator. Once you've installed it, it gives you an idea of what different disabilities would look like if you're viewing a page. So I pulled up a Wikipedia page, and say you have a student that has yellow, blue, color blindness. Now you can look at this and see that things are highlighted in blue, the hyperlinks. Well, if you have yellow, blue color blindness, you might not see anything, or you might see it in a different color. Another thing that you have, if you have a student that has a mobility issue, you can click and look at, and this is interesting, see how they've got more than one cursor and they're trying to find that one link. Just a good example for teachers to see when they are selecting websites and digital tools for students to use, to look and see what it looks like. You want to see what a whole page of text looks like for a student with dyslexia? Here you go. And the last one that I wanted to try out is, remember when you have students that aren't focused and aren't concentrating?
10 seconds.
All right, this is what they may be looking at or thinking about as they are scrolling down the page. So just a quick tool that teachers can install that helps them look at websites and web tools through their students' eyes.
Totally cool.
It's just amazing there's someone captured how my mind works or how it's worked in the last few days. So they're in that last one. Awesome. All right. This is the time when we ask for any of our participants. Is there anyone you can answer in the chat if you'd like to step up to the ring and join these fine contenders here? We've got a few seconds here to, jump on in if you want. If you don't feel confident about being a contender tonight, don't worry, you'll have other options, other opportunities to be a VSTE Demo Slam champion. And you also can share your resources. If there's things you're using and things you want to add, please add it to that document. We've got some great resources. I don't know about you, Tina, and the rest of you guys, I'm blown away. This has been a fantastic share. Like, I've learned more. Like, this is like going into a conference like in 30 minutes. Like, this is fantastic.
It has been. I have so many things to take back just with this short amount of time.
I know, it's awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, we're getting ready Tina's going to launch the poll, but I do want her to share her screen again.
Heather, it looks like we have someone interested in the chat.
We do. All right. Let's see. All right.
It's the amazing Messer Chris Boudet.
Oh, well, I was wondering. Okay, so we got to go make Chris. Let's go bring him up here, allow him to talk, but I'm going to promote you to a panelist first, Chris, and then we're going to make you a real boy here in just a moment. Actually, you have to do it, Tina. Change him to a co-host so he can share.
All right, sorry, I made somebody else. Okay. All right, there we go. I think he should be able to share now.
Here we go. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much. What a wonderful experience this has been so far. What amazing resources you all shared. Okay, let me share my screen. I'm going to go real fast. It probably won't even take 2 minutes. So do you see, this is my Google Drive. And what I've added to some places in Google Drive are little icons known as emojis, right? I've added emojis either by right clicking and, or really where I go is Emojipedia. So emojipedia.com. If you're not familiar with this is where you can go get emojis. So let's say I heard you say there was a Bill Nye the Science Guy folder for your science folder. What emoji comes up? Give me an emoji to look for science. What should I put in there?
Beaker.
Cells.
A beaker? Did I spell it right? Or cells? Oh, test tube. Okay, we'll just for the sake of brevity, we'll take test tube, right? And then there it is, and I can copy that. And then when I'm naming my Google folder on science or whatever, Strahd is a vampire. I made a little vampire coloring books. I made a crayon. If I had a science folder, I could type in science and then paste in that emoji. And the reason that's important as an accessibility feature is that so many kids right now really recognize Twitch. And if you ever go on Twitch, you see it's so many icons. I was trying to model it in the chat with all the different emojis that people put in there. But the images, if you can see, you can spot the image and recognize that faster than you can text. So it helps them with, as an executive functioning strategy, to recognize, oh, right, I remember the image that goes with this folder and I need to put it in here, or I need to find resources around science there. So that's my 2-second share.
Awesome. I'm kind of jealous about your very streamlined Google Drive. Mine is a disaster. So, and multiple Google Drives that are a disaster. So I'm going to be looking at that as a strategy for myself. I love the that. And so thanks for sharing, Chris. Anybody else? I'm looking here. Anybody else want to step up? All right.
I'm happy to be a time filler while you guys are loading the poll.
Okay, that's what I was going to let Emily's good. We're going to do that, and then before we announce our winner. So Emily, you're up next.
Okay, give me 1 second.
And Emily, I'm not going to time you because I'm going to work on the poll while you're talking.
So I can just go as long as I want.
Well, I will cut you off at some point.
Oh my gosh. All right, let me see. I'm going to drop a link to just a quick Canva one-pager that I made for this, and then I'm going to share my screen. Bloop. So I feel as though when we're talking about accessibility, it just would not be complete without a mention of Immersive Reader. And so many of us are familiar with this tool, but I think there are still so many educators out there that aren't as aware, or maybe parents or students and leaders. So I think it's important to feature the tried and true, let's see, present Immersive Reader. So just to give you a quick overview, if you aren't familiar, Immersive Reader is a Microsoft tool, and it is pretty great, and it exists in a lot of different platforms. It is built into the Microsoft Edge web browser, and there is an extension you can get in Chrome that is similar, but it's not quite as good. And Immersive Reader is also partnered with a lot of the platforms that schools use. Obviously, most of the Microsoft platforms, Word, OneNote, Teams, and things like that, but also things like Wakelet and Nearpod and Canvas. So it's a wonderful tool. And what I put in here, if you're interested, you can grab the QR code to get to this, or the bit.ly. And I just linked a couple of things. There's this quick guide, which I'll show you. I'm going to really demo this through a Wakelet example. And then there's also a link with a bunch of Immersive Reader partners. And so I think these are really helpful. And I'm going to get out of this and go straight to this Wakelet. And the reason I'm using Wakelet to demo this is because I found this to be a really good example to show all of the tools available in Immersive Reader. Some of these are more or less available on different platforms, but this one is just a random Wakelet I pulled up, and you can see as you scroll down to any section that has text, there's this little Immersive Reader icon. And when you click on this, it switches you into the Immersive Reader mode. And what is really important here are these 3 icons at the top, and then also these 2 down at the bottom. Let me get rid of my Structal. Okay, so going from left to right, you can play around with text preferences. And this is amazing. There are so many resources here that can help with all types of things. You can change your text size. You can increase your spacing, which it kind of did automatically. So you can see how you can toggle and space out your words and letters a little bit more. You can also change your font, and you can even change background colors and contrast to help with different visual things. There's a lot of options here. The other thing you can do is you can move into the grammar options. And I think that when I show this to a lot of my teachers, they are blown away. You can turn on the syllable dots to break the words up for early readers and pronunciation. And then you can even play around with parts of speech. So you maybe just want to focus on nouns, and it's going to turn every noun purple. You can show the labels for parts of speech. You can turn all of them on. There's a lot you can play with here with your students. It's fabulous. Let me turn these back off so we don't get too busy. And then you can get into your reading preferences, and there's some great tools here. Line focus allows you to limit the number of lines at a time. You can go from 1 to 3 to 5, or you can turn it back off. And then there's this amazing picture dictionary. And so if you pick something, if you highlight a word, it's going to give you pictures to go along with that word. For most words, it's available. You can hover over it and just click on the word. And in addition, you can choose a language and you can get some translation. So I'm just going to pick, let's pick Spanish. If I pick Spanish, of course, it's way down here. You can just go by word, and then when you click on that dictionary, it also gives you the Spanish word, and you can even play it aloud, or you can change the entire document. I'm going to turn line focus off here. You can change the entire document. And so for your English language learners, this is a built-in translation feature that will translate everything. So that's an overview. And then there's also the play aloud, the read aloud. In this setting, it's down here at the bottom. When you push play, it will start to read aloud, but you can also change the speed of the voice and the voice itself. When you get into some of the other platforms, you can also choose different voices. They have funny names for different voices. So that's wonderful. I'm not going to play it because I'm pretty sure you won't be able to hear it. I didn't share my sound, but I think these are really cool. Really quickly, this link will show you all of the tools that partner with Immersive Reader, Merge, Nearpod, Pear Deck, all kinds of things, Wakelet, Flip. And what was the other thing I wanted to show you? Oh, and I linked to this PDF, which is a quick guide, which kind of goes over the tools you can share with your teachers or your staff. Or your students. This is a tool we really want to teach students how to use so they can access this themselves. The other thing I wanted to show you, and I reached out to Katie Fielding today. Thank you for your response. Immersive Reader is built into Microsoft Edge browser, and what you will see on certain websites are these icons, the read aloud and the full immersive reader. For some reason in my division, we recently updated to Windows 11, and these are not fully functioning the way they should, but hopefully on your device, these work. I'm still working with my technicians to get to the bottom of that, but it's wonderful. If you want to try it, you just need to be in the Edge browser. And then I also wanted to show you that in different Word or Microsoft platforms, you can access this tool by going to View and Immersive Reader. This is OneNote. In Word, where is my Word document? Oh, I think it's floating on a different screen. Anyway, in Word, it's the same thing. Oh, where is it? I have this lovely recipe for apple butter cookies. Oh, here it is. It's on my other screen. Oh, nope, it doesn't want to move. Anyway, Word is the same thing. You just go to the View tab and you can find Immersive Reader there. So it's a wonderful tool. It's linked in a lot of things, and it's a great one to share with people. So spread the word if your friends don't know about it.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing, Emily. This, again, another tool that I didn't know had all these extra fun features. Awesome.
That was like the do kill time. You ready?
Yes,
Are we ready,
we're
Tina? Do
ready
we have a
now.
winner?
Thank you, Emily. All
Do we
right,
have
so
drum roll.
drum roll. I'm going to launch a poll. I'm going to hope it works better than the timer. And did you get a poll? Yes. All right, I see votes.
This is the time when I feel like I need to have the Jeopardy music playing in the background.
Do you want me to share the slides?
Yes, go ahead and put the slides if you don't care.
Okay. I don't think I'll.
While everybody's thinking through their processes and making that final vote, we're going to share some information because we have the education committee has been hard at work and as well with our members of our board to do lots of things that are coming up. So Tina's going to share some slides here, and we're going to give you some information about what's coming up and what to expect.
All right, here we go.
All right. So something exciting is coming on January 17th. So just watch for our the social media channels, watch your email, because we're going to be, if you those of you who participated in our activated learning podcast at VSTE, we thank you, and we're so excited. We met today and talked about what's coming up, and we're so excited about this and the different ones that are coming out. So watch that for January 17th, and be ready for awesomeness in this activated learning podcast. It is something truly amazing coming soon.
Can I add to that too? It is a podcast that is put on in collaboration with VSTE and in partnership with the DOE and Blue Ridge Public Television. So it's going to be fantastic.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. If you have not signed up already, I know we talked about this, and this has been highly promoted, and it's really exciting that we have the Power of Coaching coming up. So if you haven't, go to VSTE.org and get all signed up for that. I've had the opportunity to work with Eric before, and several of the other speakers, and so fantastic lineup. And I know that this was it's a very, very well-produced conference last year, and we know it'll be even more awesome this coming year. So if you've not signed up, please do so now. Hopefully there's still room. And then if you have not signed up to be our next Demo Slam, we're going to be preparing for Digital Learning Day. So if you've not signed up to share in the Demo Slam, please do so. This is the link for you to be a contender, to be on the stage and share. And then also we have the registration just to attend. Again, we'll have that one on the next slide. But we want this was a fun night. I really appreciate, like, everything everybody shared was amazing, and truly, I don't know if no one else learned something. I truly learned something tonight. So, is everybody being able to get in there? And then one last thing, I just want to make another another opportunity here to take the opportunity to ask you if you want to be involved with the education committee and the different committees that VSTE does. VSTE work goes on year round, and there's lots of opportunities for participation in many of our committees and outreach. So the education committee is always looking for great collaborators, and as well as our other committees. So check out VSTE.org and all the opportunities for sharing and for different events that we have going on. All right, are we ready? We think we've got
Muted. Yes, I think we're ready.
Do we have a winner?
We do have a winner. So hold on. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. So I am going to go backwards. So we'll start with third place. So third place is Matt Newton with the iOS live text feature. Yay. And so if you're joining and you didn't know this, there are prizes for this. So the top 3 people will get a gift card. So Matt will get a gift card. We will be sending that his way. All right. So number 2, ready? Let me make sure I've got it. Laura Powell with Dip It.
Yay! Awesome, Laura.
And number 1, the official champion is Katie Fielding with Zipcation captions. That
Thank
one.
you.
Katie Fielding, yes.
Awesome. Yes. Great
Yay. So those of you that won, we have your email addresses from when you filled out the form to participate. So we will be sending an email with a link with that information. So look out for that, because sometimes it goes in your junk mail. So watch your junk mail for that. But yay, so I'm going to share my screen one more time, because we have another one of these Demo Slams coming up next month for Digital Learning Day. I think Heather mentioned this briefly. But if you would like to share that, there's a link here. And I think we may drop that in the chat, one of us. We'll also be following up with an email for anybody that is attending or participating with a link to that. If you would like to try and present the Demo Slam, anybody can do it. So Maybe we'll get some different or new people to step up, and that would be awesome. And then if you don't want to present, that's fine. You can just attend and get all the great tools that all these awesome folks have to share. So,
and one last thing is we also want your feedback. This is a great time. So one more slide here, and I put a link to the chat, just a little feedback form to let us know how you like this format, what works, what we can do better, and what should our topics for our future demo slams be. We want to know what are things that you want to learn about, what are things that you want to share about, and what would help your teachers in your division. So please take a moment, just a couple of questions, and I'll put it there in the chat so you can access the link there. And give us some feedback. So we want to make sure that demo slams are impactful and powerful. I think I've had fun tonight. I think, again, if no one else learned anything, I certainly did. So I think everybody
I did too, for sure.
So, and congratulations to all the winners. Like I said, everybody wins in this one.
I know, and thank you so much for everyone who shared tools. We all have some great resources to carry back to school tomorrow. So that's awesome. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording for this. We'll hang around if anyone has questions in the chat, but we will also send up a follow-up email with the links and the information that we shared here too. Thank you so much for participating and coming and attending.
And thank you, Tina and Heather, for pulling this together. This was amazing. Great job. I do have one quick question. Are you guys, I saw a Google Doc that was going to maybe be a resource list. Are you guys going to curate things and send something out, or is there a plan for that?
Well, that can be that'll be the list of links we send out as a follow-up. We'll include that
awesome.
as well. And feel free to add any additional notes that you guys want to add. I know that we kind of dropped that in our presenters' laps just right as we were starting. So they may want to take a moment to go back and add some notes and things and some links that they'd want to share. So, because there were some fantastic links that you all dropped that I didn't catch in there. So please feel free to add more to that.
Added access. Yes. Yeah. So we'll do that. And that will be something we'll add early on for the next one. That was a last minute, hey, this would be a good idea. Let's do it real quick.